Most people don't like this because you think you're doing all right, and you have been praying, and you have been reading your word. You've been nice to everybody that you meet, and you've been giving your tithe and your offering. And guess what? You're the one going through something in church and everybody else ain't. And the first thing you say to God is, I got a question. Lord, I'm serving you. I'm doing right. I'm living right. And you don't understand. It's not because God is punishing you. It's because now that you have provided God with the clay that he needs to mold you, he has to put pressure on you to make you into what you're supposed to be. You know the story of the potter when he made the work on the wheels. That clay didn't turn into a pot on his own. He had to put pressure on it. He had to let the wheel spin. Oh, let's talk about spinning for a minute. You are going to be in a situation that's going to cause your life to spin. I don't care who you are, you're going to. Because just when you think everything is right, it's not going to feel right. Just when you thought things were going great, something's going to happen. Things are going to change. The spinning effect happens to all of us. Because God can't let you get to a point where you're comfortable in his word and comfortable in church. And because, you just get comfortable. You just show up when you want to and everybody accepts it. You show up late, but everybody knows you come in late. You come when you want to, but everybody understands it about you. You show up once a month, but people know that about you. You don't give an offering on a regular basis, but people know that about you. No, God won't let you get comfortable there. So the spinning effect, amen, is just like the potter's wheel. That clay doesn't have any idea how many times it's going to turn around. But the potter knows. And the potter knows that it has to continue to spin and spin and spin until it gets to the desired place that he needs it to be. Now that clay that has pressure placed on it is starting to take form. Let me say this. Those who are close to God have more trials or pressures placed on them because he is expecting a greater work to occur through their lives. Amen. Larger vessels require more clay, more pressure, and more water to shape the clay. What is the water? The water is found in Ephesians 5:26. Don't go there. I'm going to read it for you. That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word. Amen. This is where we miss it. Because see, the pot has got to a point where it's spinning and the clay is being shaped, but the potter has to get water. I know you see, some of you have seen videos or maybe seen a pot being made. Water has to be applied, amen, to get it to start making it the shape it's supposed to be. And in church, we are washed by the water of the word. This is why it amazes me that when people come to church and they come and enjoy Sunday school and they come and enjoy worship service, they get up and duck out when it's time for the word. How are you going to become that pot that God called you to be? How are you going to become that vessel that God called you to be if you're never washed by the water of the word? Oh, Bishop Mitchell's preaching today. Yeah, I'm going to duck out of here. I got some other things I can do. He preached too long anyway, Yeah. Put me to sleep. I'm going to go, so I'm going to go do something else. And you're never letting the water of the word wash you. Those of you who've been saved any length of time, you know this. There are things that are going to happen to you just because. You're not going to get the lowdown. I'm going to help you out. When you get on your knees and pray and say, God, what is it? 99% of the time, he is not going to tell you. I don't like when people tell me to get on their knees and they always get an answer. Let me help you. You don't. No, you don't. There are times when God is not going to tell you what's going on, because if he told you, you would jump out of the plan and you would ruin it. So when you're spinning on the wheel and you say, God, I don't understand what's going on. And God, I need your help. And why won't you help me? He just let you spin. Because he realized you're not a finished product yet. And he's not going to say, daughter, son, I'm letting you spin because I have to mold you and shape you, and then I have to get the word in you to make you what. No, he's not going to tell you all that. Amen. I know from a bishop, and I know when I pray, sometimes God doesn't respond to me. I'm sure he doesn't respond to you sometime too. And truthfully, it's for your benefit. Amen. Well, God, I know you hear me praying. I need you to at least show me a sign that you hear me. No, you don't need nothing. You need silence. Amen. That's God's answer. Are you understanding? Amen. Now that you've been on the wheel, and now that you've spun for a while, and now that you are starting to take shape, and now that the water of the word has been applied, it also has the opposite effect on those who don't want to really live right. Uh-oh. It's going to get quiet in here. People who come and put on the act of a Christian. People who come and pretend and fit in. People, God, they're not really connected to you, and they don't understand why they're doing this because they've been doing it for so long and they're not getting any benefit out of it, so now they want to walk away. This is how, when the service gets high and the Spirit of God is moving and people are praising God and God is just moving on the hearts and souls of men and women throughout the crowd, this is how some who can sit there and look around at everybody else like, what's going on?